Yay! Welcome to After Sheldon, everyone. Welcome to After Sheldon. Thank you guys for tuning in. What an exciting episode. Isn't everybody thrilled to watch young Sheldon? Really, thank you though for, I'm super excited to talk about today's show. A lot of stuff happened. We went to NASA. If you guys watched last week, there was a lot of stuff that happened on the Thanksgiving episode, and I'm Andy Haynes, your host, and I'm really excited to bring you guys more After Sheldon here on Jash. I regret to inform everybody, hold on. I regret to inform everybody that none of our guests showed up. They both, well, all of them canceled. Hold on, I gotta put this down to put my clothes on. Brandon Waddell said that he could get John Mayer on the episode, and he said it was a sure thing. And of course, it was stupid. I shouldn't have trusted Brandon. John's in Japan or something. He's playing some blues in Japan, and then we were supposed to get Alexandra Daddario, and when Jash's people contacted her, she hadn't heard anything about it. So thank you again, Brandon Waddell, for ruining the last episode of After Sheldon. I really appreciate you being a guest on our show and ruining the one nice thing I have. The one nice thing that I was able to get, you had to ruin it. And well anyways, I guess we're just gonna freestyle this one because they canceled last minute, so never mind the couch. Just imagine two very charismatic celebrities that I'd be interviewing, and we'd be talking about After Sheldon. I mean, it's not all bad. I will admit I'm a little depressed because tonight was the last episode of the first order of After Sheldon, and the show's become, well, of young Sheldon, it's become such a big part of my life, you know, just following the weekly antics of Sheldon Cooper and just, you know, seeing what's happening out there in East Texas in '89. It's become an important part of my life, and tonight was no different. It was great to see Sheldon finally get to put some of his kind of talents to use. We'll get to the episode later, but I mean, how cool. Like, we knew he was a genius, but then he goes and he schools all those, you know, squares over at NASA. So anyways, you guys, if right now, if we had a guest, it would probably be Alexandra Daddario, because I would want to spend more time with her. And I would say, hey, everybody welcome, you know, star of Baywatch and True Detective, the scene with the boobs. And I probably wouldn't say that part, but we'd be thinking it, because that was kind of her bread and butter, to be honest. I mean, she's beautiful, but she's also like 31 or something like that. So you gotta pivot in this business. Obviously, if I had boobs, I wouldn't be, you know, it's a goof for me to show up, but nobody cares. But you know what? If I did a sex scene with Woody Harrelson, that would probably be pretty good for my career as well. She's a great actress, by the way. I saw her at a comedy show one time. She was quite complimentary. And one time she responded to a tweet, and so I apologized for making that misogynistic joke. Sometimes we're not our best selves, especially, I apologize especially in this atmosphere of Hollywood, because some bad stuff's happening out there. And honestly, I don't feel bad about it, but I feel bad in a I want to protect myself kind of way. So thank you guys for bearing through that. Let's see. So Alexandra, you had a brief role on The Sopranos in 2006. Tell me, did Tony really like spaghetti that much, or was it all an act? And then you'd imagine she'd laugh. She'd probably have some kind of gown on, and we would interact right now. And then I would laugh too. One thing that I've been polishing as a host is you laugh and you kind of you do this thing. I watch a lot of James Corden because he's honestly the best in the late night game, and I was just remembering one of his bits. Alexandra, you were in the Baywatch movie, which was a pretty pronounced flop. Do you think that it was bad, or was there some other reason, like you? See, it's not as fun when they're not here, because there's kind of a I write a lot of this stuff, and then also, as many of you guys know, I source a lot of my writing in Singapore through some different channels. But the reason why you would ask a question like that is if you guys have read The Game, which is a great book about how to meet ladies, you jab their self-esteem. You kind of you go insecurity, and then you go compliment. So I would say, but of course I'm kidding, you're great. But I'd be like, it's so cool that you can pull off like a look like this at your age. You'd say something mean like that would kind of like, just pull apart like a little bit of the DNA of a security. Alexandria, I'm emotionally troubled and in a lot of debt, but I really like you and I'm a good guy. Why is this a question, you guys? Who put this on here? Okay, well, that's it for Alexandria Daddario. I do want to address one thing. My parents have been watching this show and they asked me why I'm always so negative. And maybe it's because you guys sent me to a daycare that was ran by an elderly woman and only had one other child at it, okay? How was I supposed to build a self-esteem? I've been doing a lot with my somatic therapist, and she said when I get down in my fetal position and we cry and we talk about, just maternal instinct, that's A, where our sexuality comes from, but B, where our security is built. So that's probably why I'm so negative, because I didn't have a role model when I was growing up. I just had an elderly lady that smoked indoors, and you guys paid her to watch me. So that's that. Is everybody good? Can you pull your mic off your jacket? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that good? Jesus Christ. All right, let's go to fan mail, because, why not? Because, Alexandra's being so captivating. Okay. Dear Andy, I just wanted to say how disappointed I was to miss your show on Thanksgiving evening. I've seen everyone, and every Thursday I make a point to be at my computer 15 minutes before the broadcast begins. It's honestly the highlight of my week. I barricade the community room, and I keep some of my feces in a water bottle mixed with urine, which I threaten to throw at the guards unless they let me watch. You can imagine how stupid I felt last week when you didn't have a show. It took 4 guards to keep me down and a daily supply of Dilaudid to pacify me. Anyways, I'm better now, but don't let it happen again. I'll get out of here someday, and I know where Los Angeles is. Thanks so much for such a great show. I love you. Colt Winslow, Alturas Maximum Security Prison, Santa Ynez, Colorado. Well, thank you, Colt. I'm also sorry that we didn't have an episode last week, and I apologize if that kind of left you in a emotional vacuum. I also was left in an emotional vacuum called Mrs. Clark's Daycare. So, we all have been there, bud. Next letter. And also, by the way, I'm I know that these are all going to be from prisoners, and I get the joke, okay? But I'm going to read them because I don't care, and also I don't judge people for having sordid pasts because I have 6 DUIs. And you see me, I'm on television if you're watching this through some kind of smart TV. Dear Andy, I write to you with a heavy heart. It is with utmost sorrow that I must inform you of Sybil's untimely passing. She was back from her studies and looking forward to returning when the consumption, well, it consumed her, Andy. She was here, and then suddenly she wasn't, like a beautiful sunset, and then the darkest night. We all know that she's up there twinkling with the other stars, playing piano and reading sonnets by the heavenly fireplace. I hate to inform you of such tragic news, but I wanted you to know that before our sweet Sybil passed, she told us that some of her greatest joy came from sitting around the radio and listening to your program after Sheldon. The wild gags and goofs, buffoonery and shenanigans, your word frolics were some of her fondest memories. And we like to think that her laughter is what carried her across the river Hades. God bless you, Mr. Haynes. Eternally, Theodore F. Grisweiler, Olalla State Penitentiary. Now that just, I mean, it was really beautiful. It was moving, but then how is this all happening in a penitentiary? It's kind of a better question. So, cool. All right, we're going to read one more of these, and, well, we'll try to get through them. What are we at a time? How long have we been doing this?
11 minutes.
11 minutes? All right, we'll try to get through them. Dear Andy, hey man, I was watching on Sheldon last week, and I couldn't help but notice something. Sheldon's parents don't seem happy. In fact, it seems the only reason they do stay together is in the way many families used to for the children, and maybe because of some Judeo-Christian obligation. What I wanted to ask was, do you think if young Sheldon existed in the modern time with liberated women and flexible definitions of what make a family, do you think Sheldon's folks would stay together? And if not, what might that do to Sheldon's adolescence? Would he feel free to flourish intellectually out from under the tutelage of his dad's masculine expectations? And if they were split up, which kids would go with what parents? What? Finally, do you think Sheldon's mom is cute? Yes, of course. She's a babe. And if she was single, would you take her out for an ice cream sundae? You know it. And maybe give her a big old smooch after you drop her off. I think I'd give her more than a smooch. Anyways, the bed call just went out. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. In Christ the Almighty. Jasper Escondido, Petaluma Women's Reform Institute? See, that almost sounds like it's from a guard. You know, because it's Jasper. I don't think we've heard of woman. I've never heard of a woman named Jasper. Not to say that it couldn't happen. Maybe there's somebody kind of gender binary out there. My sister, she has a lot of friends that are kind of like, is it on the spectrum? Is that what you call it? What is it? Like a sexual spectrum or something? Whatever it is, they don't define their gender via, they're fluid or whatever like that. And one of them's name is Coyote. And I think she's a chick, but doesn't like the she part of it. So it's just Coyote and them and there and here and something like that. Anyways, is that break time? All right, let's go to a break. There's one more letter. I'm going to just say it real quick. Dear Andy, I love your show. It's funny and informative. I honestly like your show more than the little Sheldon one. All right, well, that's stupid. And also it's young Sheldon, little Sheldon, you fucking idiot. Which is a great show, and I'm crazy about it, but it can't hold candle to what you do. I appreciate it, but you know what? Not a lot you can say bad about Mr. Staff Writer Chuck Lorre. My favorite part is the beginning. I watch it over and over. It's so nice that you start the show in your underpants. What fun. Don't get me wrong, you look fetching in your little suit jacket. But the way you begin the show proudly showing off your getaway sticks to the whole world is a true thrill. Could you do a small favor for a huge fan just for laughs? Would you mind wedging your boxer shorts up into the crease of your rear end? Not unlike a sumo wrestler with the proud island nation of Japan. That's kind of nice, though, because it's, you know, it's like culturally relevant. Then could you ask the cameraman to slowly pan down your legs and show us the fans, your feet, and linger on them for about 60 to 90 seconds. Finally, I can't tell you how much it would mean to me if you would do the honor of giving me a little shout out during the intro. Just say, paint my toenails with it, Kenny, and wiggle all 10 of your little piggies. Okay, that's all. Love the show. Love you. Thank you for all you do. Can't wait to see your hot little ass when I get out of here at 1846 Silver Lake Boulevard, apartment 2. Who would give him my fucking address? Are you kidding me? That's my real address, you guys. Why would you do that? Is this a joke? You know I don't read these. All right, let's go to break, because apparently there's more than one comedian on the show. Great. All right, let's get a close-up on my feet for this guy, Kenny Priebus. What camera am I doing it? Paint my toenails with it, Kenny. I guess, I don't know what that means, but there you go, Kenny. I hope prison in Kansas is good. So now if I had any support on my show that I've only heard positive things besides what my parents say about it, and by the way, I do want to actually say thank you to my mom. She gave me $2,000 this week, so another month of living in a house. But I do want to say nobody's been helping me from, I mean, you guys are running the cameras, but apparently nobody can confirm a guest or make sure that we don't drink tap water. That would be nice, you know, because there's fluoride out here. Anyways, so if we did have a guest, his name would be John Mayer. He's a blues musician. He grew up in the African-American tradition of blues, and he's quite pop. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pretend somebody's here. So do one of you assholes want to sit in so that at least I'm not talking to a silent room of film school dropouts? How about that? Did you guys go to Chapman? Is that where you went? Maybe if you would have tried a little bit and taken your GREs, you could have an MFA and you could be working on the Paramount lot. You, hey, come on. Richard, yeah, fucking, you're John Mayer today. Just sit down and fucking put on the microphone, man. Yeah. Well, now you're a guest. Welcome to the world of talent. Hey, everybody, welcome. John Mayer. What's your real name?
Richard.
What's your last name?
Bain.
Thank you. Okay, everybody, round of applause.
Really.
No, come on. Yeah, round of applause. Richard Bain, everybody. Put your microphone on.
I was just helping out PAing. I don't even know this. What is
Yep. Well, now you do. Now you do know it, and you're gonna help out, right? Because I don't pay you not to know, right? Cool.
I don't feel comfortable doing this.
Well, you're gonna get used to it. So, Richard, can you play John Mayer for a second?
Sure.
Okay. John Mayer's skinnier, so that would probably help.
I don't want to do this.
I'm kidding. I'm totally joking around. All right? Just play along, all right? And I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. John, would you say that you're the mayor of saying the N-wordville? Do you get it? Because John Mayer said the N-word.
Oh, he did say the N-word,
in the Playboy article.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that doesn't help. Did you ever do any, like, UCB or
Oh,
Second City?
yeah. I'm a big improv guy. I like improv and stand-up and...
Oh, you do stand-up?
And rapping. I do a little rap.
Okay. Where'd you do improv at?
UCB.
UCB?
UCB. I did a couple places.
Where are you from?
I'm from Portland, Oregon.
That's good. You're good. Just tell me where So what, you did it up there?
Yeah, not used to be, but I did a little spot. You know, we used to like, it was kind of like the beginning of improv in the, 25 years ago.
Jesus Christ, how old are you?
37.
Okay. You don't look 37. You look 47.
I'm
kidding.
I don't
I'm
like
totally
this.
joking. Just stick around. Hey, hold on though. You know that guy?
Chuck Lorre.
Yes, exactly. Staff writer on Young Sheldon, creator of it. Pretty cool. Do you watch Young Sheldon?
I don't
Are you a
even
fan?
know Sheldon. I didn't even watch Big Bang Theory.
What the fuck is that?
Oh.
What's Big Bang Theory?
I don't.
Is this part of the joke, you guys?
I guess it's like a prequel, like Young Sheldon.
Shut the fuck up. I swear to God. Don't stay right there and don't say anything else about this Big Bang Theory thing. It's been the whole season. Everybody in here has been trying to sabotage me with this not funny joke, okay?
I don't mean to make you mad.
Don't say anything else.
I'm
I
trying to do a good job, dude. I don't want to get fired.
John, you've become a bit of a blues man in the last few years. Would you mind singing us a blues song about Young Sheldon called Beer Dad Blues?
Beer Dad Blues? What?
Here's the lyrics.
Bum,
bum, bum, bum.
Well, I've got a fat dad.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, and he loves to drink his beers.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, yeah, I've said it. I've got a fat dad.
Bum, 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 bum.
And he loves his smelly beer. He doesn't understand my big...
Hold on, let me do the music. Bum, 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 bum.
He doesn't understand my big brain at all.
Bum, 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 bum.
And he makes my pretty mom cry all her tears.
Bum, bum, bum.
Is this about Young Sheldon?
Yeah, it's so good.
I love my
I
love my pretty mama, even though she has a double-digit IQ. Oh, woman, I said I love my pretty mama, yeah. Even though she's got a double-digit IQ. I wish she'd find a real man and remarry a man with his own show on YouTube.
Can you believe a kid in Singapore wrote that? How fucking wild is that?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that the kids watched Young Sheldon in Singapore.
Yeah, they do. They pirate it.
Remember that kid who got caned in Singapore?
Yeah, white kid.
White kid, Michael Fay.
That was his name?
Michael Fay.
It was for graffiti, right?
Graffiti, yeah, he was tagging shit up, probably. Americans,
We're like so disrespectful as a culture. But like, was he a good graffiti artist?
I don't think so. He's probably doing some Mimo shit,
Yeah. Was he on drugs or anything?
I don't think so. I heard drugs are really hard to find in Singapore.
Yeah, I had a friend. There's a place in Singapore. It's like a shopping center, but if you go there at night, it's called the 5 Floors of Whores, and it's just tons of different prostitutes. And he said there that he got a couple hookers, and it was like a girlfriend, like a GFE type of thing, girlfriend experience, and they took him out and they went grocery shopping, and they had him buy $500 worth of chocolate. I'm not using a euphemism or anything like that, just chocolate. And then they went back and they had like some gnarly sex and stuff like that. But I think they got some cocaine or something, like maybe, have you heard of Captagon? It's like an amphetamine that a lot of ISIS fighters take. But anyways, he's got some pictures, man. And I'm telling you, like, whew, you don't know where one person begins and the other one ends. Some real human centipede shit.
I'm sorry. I think that's cool, but I don't know what to do, man.
You're a stand-up, right?
Yeah, I do improv and
What
sketch
kind of stand-up do you do?
and stand-up, and I write comedy too.
You write comedy?
And I write it, yeah.
Do you write your stand-up?
I don't write the improv because we call them like make-em-ups. We just make them up.
You call them make-em-ups?
Well, me and my improv troupe.
What's that called?
We're called Bruce.
Okay, and where do you guys perform? Clubhouse, something like that?
Yeah, we have a show tomorrow at the Clubhouse.
Is that the one that's next to John's?
It's by Fat Burger. It's at 6 in the afternoon, or at 6 at night. Is that night?
Night, yeah, I think it's evening. I think, you know, like if it was the summer, you might say the afternoon because the light's out longer. But it's night now. Do you want to do some stand-up for us?
I don't.
No, I think you should.
This is
honestly, because John Mayer, you did a great job with the song, and what are we at on time? Are we?
Yeah, good. 20 more minutes.
20 more minutes? Yeah, get up there and do some stand-up.
I don't think so.
Get up there and do some fucking stand-up. How about that? Do you want to make your money or not? Hey, just ditch the mic. Ditch it. Ditch it. Ditch it. Ditch it. Unclip it. There's a microphone right here. No, you can it's gonna. All right, just do it. Whatever.
Do I hold the mic?
Yeah. Unplug. Is this gonna be a sound issue if he has both mics on? Okay, great. Can you guys see him all right? Are we good?
Don't you? Whoa.
Why don't we turn that monitor down? Okay, hold on. Why don't you, ladies and gentlemen?
I don't want to do this, dude.
Do some fucking stand-up.
All right. Should I go?
Let's get a clip of. Can we get a picture of young Sheldon up there? I'm not even going to acknowledge that. Can we get another picture?
Oh, that's the guy who plays him.
No, that's not anybody. That guy doesn't work anymore. Keep going. What? Hey, not funny. Can we get another? Okay.
He's great.
Just do some fucking stand-up. Everybody, welcome to the stage. A real local talent. He's performing at the Clubhouse on Vermont Avenue tomorrow night at 6 p.m. with his group Bruce. Richard Bain.
Hey, how's it going? I'll be doing improv at Clubhouse.
Just do jokes, though.
But
I said that part.
Right, but this is my stand-up. Don't you hate it when a comedian leaves the mic stand in front of you? That's why I always move it out of the way immediately. I'm trying to.
Was that just a joke?
I knew this wouldn't work, dude.
Do it.
I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes. I like to smoke yellow American spirits, 'cause the Indians made them. I like. Hey, you know what? My favorite.
Wait, was that the whole joke? All right.
Yeah.
Keep going.
My favorite time of a cigarette is right at the end. You know when you're smoking and you get to flick it at your stepdaughter? Just like, pow, zang. I was on Tinder recently. Hey, here's a little tip from your Uncle Dickie. Next time you're on Tinder, try swiping up, up, down, down, left, right, and you can fuck anybody.
You should be on Thinder.
Then what's that?
Like you should lose some weight.
So I thought it was going good.
It was. I'm sorry. I just, keep going.
Is this like like normal stand-up?
Let's go to a break. How about that? Can we go to a break?
I just wanted to help out in PA real quick.
Everybody, Richard Bain. Is that why you moved out here to do that?
I don't know, man. It's not a big deal. Like,
No. I want to know. Is that why you moved from Portland? You moved down from Portland to do that. That was like the big plan. Like you were the big fish in Portland, and then you were like, I'm gonna go do whatever the fuck you call that. I'm gonna go do that in LA for people like Chuck Lorre, and they're gonna want to put me on.
who said I was a big fish?
I mean, you're big. I'm sorry, man.
I tried. Sorry. Look, I don't know.
Listen. I'm gonna give you extra money.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God, thank you. I'm sorry if I messed this up. I'm a big fan.
Of me? Oh, thanks, man. Do you want some water?
Jesus, what the fuck? I did the.
He pissed his pants.
Fuck you.
Hey, shut that door. Don't let him go. No. Get back in. Richard, I'm not gonna fucking pay you. I was kidding. It's water, man. Come on. You haven't. Richard. Thank you. I was kidding. Look at. Hey.
It's not funny, dude. I'm just trying to help out.
See?
You like that?
It actually kind of feels nice. Yeah, you look fine. Those are great pants. Are they Dockers?
Levi, Indigo.
They look great. So you haven't watched Young Sheldon? Yeah, put your mic back on. It's right here.
No, I just feel humiliated because I am a comedian, you know. And we'll be at the clubhouse tomorrow night.
That's Bruce.
Bruce will be at my improv troupe.
Honestly, I think you'd make.
I just feel like you just humiliated me, and like I didn't even do anything. I'm just trying to fucking help out.
Hey, Richard, I was joking around, and
all
I'm
these
sorry.
people are watching, and they're gonna think I'm not even a real
Not that many
comic.
people watch this show, to be honest, because I mean, honestly, it's a train wreck.
I would have posted.
I don't have any guests. All the people that I get are like, literally like, the main people that I get on this show are like people that are famous for like saying like, I'm gonna drink some dang coffee. You know, like it's not.
Are you mad at me?
No, I'm mad at the situation, and I took it out on you, and it was really fucked up. Okay.
I gotta ride the bus home, dude.
I'll give you a ride.
Really?
No, I'll get you in a Lyft share, whatever that is.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Where do you live?
Deep Valley.
Like what, Northridge? You live in Northridge.
It was a big earthquake. What do you want from me?
Yeah. All right, that's great. Let's get into some fan fiction. One of those happy little kids over there in Myanmar or wherever we get this shit done is, he's talented, kind of like you. I'm being serious.
You said I was an idiot.
No, I mean, come on, man. I was just joking around. But so we always people like to come in and they like to submit fan fiction, and we have to pick from all of the submissions every week, and so this is this week's pick, and it's no author. We can't say the author's name because there are child labor laws, but. Do you want to just read every part that isn't, we'll just kind of freestyle it, but I'll be, you be Sheldon. How about that? How good does that feel? That's a big honor.
All right. I thought you were Sheldon. Like, I thought that was the whole point of this.
Nope, just a big fan. Ian Armitage, that's his name. That's the actor I found out.
Who plays the young kid from Big Bang Theory?
No. Not from Big Bang Theory. That's whatever that joke is. That's some fucking theater nerd named Jim or something like that.
Do you not watch CBS?
I watch the CBS network and I watch Young Sheldon. Okay, and it's on at 5:30 if you get a Ukrainian feed. All right. Interior: Sheldon's mansion. 30 years after Young Sheldon. Midday. Sheldon, 39, stands in his huge mansion. It's 30 years later, so he's grown up now. He has dropped the young from his name. He is simply Sheldon. A cop uniform fits tightly to his insanely muscular body. Robot waiters and maids walk around his house doing chores and beeping. Another protein shake, sir?
I suppose.
Why is his voice like that?
Is
he fucking Fred Astaire? Like, what was that voice?
I was trying to do like.
See that guy? Is he Bruce Valanche?
I don't know, man. I'm not.
I suppose.
I'm not very good at impressions, but
Just do your voice.
I was just trying to do the guy from Big Bang Theory.
Don't do the guy from Big Bang Theory because that's not a real show.
Well, isn't that what he grows up to be?
No! He grows up to be this.
I haven't watched this. I don't.
What is wrong, master?
I
swear to fucking God, just do a regular voice.
Do a regular voice? Okay. I'm only 39, but I've achieved the accomplishments of multiple lifetimes. So in many ways, I am happy.
But can I ask you something? Are you like Lenny from Of Mice and Men? Is that your inspiration right now?
Well, I was trying to like slow it.
Don't slow it down. Just talk like a normal person. Do you have trouble reading?
Or how I would imagine Sheldon talking when he's older.
That's how you'd imagine him. A genius.
It was
Did he get Lou Gehrig's disease and he's in a chair which a robot talks for him?
No,
Okay, just talk normal.
Okay.
You being a genius does make it hard to find someone who's worthy of your love, Sheldon. Why are you sad? You grew up to be an extremely buff cop.
But that's not all.
Jesus. What is that voice? Just do a. Why would he be that?
I don't know. I was just scared and I made a voice, dude. Every voice I picked, you haven't
think
liked.
Like Don Draper.
You want
How
to just?
about that?
I'll talk
just
like me.
Yeah,
okay.
That's great.
I like Don.
Why did he be the Cookie Monster? Why did you make? Okay.
I thought it was more like Ray Romano, but.
No, you also did science in your free time, which is how you made your millions. You invented flying cars, legal steroids that are actually good for you, and you cured Asperger's and herpes.
I did, but this is but this big mansion feels empty. Is that
I'm
better?
going to go see my favorite comedian, Andy. Oh, that's you actually. Let's continue.
Oh, I'm going to see my favorite comedian, Andy Haynes, fucking demolish tonight. Even rich geniuses need to let loose and laugh once in a while. So you're happy with this voice?
Yeah, that's great. Interior, the Staples Center, green room, that evening. Andy Haynes, early 60s, but he looks 40 because of anti-aging technology, stands in the green room of the Staples Center. He is extremely muscular. Brandon Waddell, 55, but he looks way older, sits on the couch, inhaling potato chips. He just bombed and we can still hear the hateful jeers from the savvy audience. Brandy is completely bald now and has become fat and dull with age.
I love Brandon Waddell. He's hilarious.
Shut the fuck up right now.
Wait, you're talking about the comedian Brandon Waddell?
Oh, I'm talking about the tiny little Asian girl.
No, he's funny.
Brandon, who other than me has given you work since you turned 30? You have become fat and dull with age. You bombed every night of this tour, and I had to save the day. You're fired, bitch. Just be Brandon since you love him so much.
All right. Yes, sir.
That's kind of a good voice, but it should be more like, yes, sir. Just try it.
Yes, sir.
Good. Brandon waddles back into obscurity onto the streets of Los Angeles where he is mugged. Interior, the Staples Center stage. Andy walks out onto the stage, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, in front of 19,000 people who all paid at least $40 to see him. You do the fucking math. They all scream. Buff Sheldon sits in the front row, clapping and screaming. Thank you, thank you. The crowd chants, Andy. Why don't you just do it?
Andy, Andy.
They do it for 3 minutes. That's a long time. Nobody does that normally. Hey, everybody, I'm sorry about Brandon. The crowd boos and screams viciously.
Boo.
But don't worry, I'll make up for it. The crowd chants. We believe you.
We believe you. We believe you. We believe you.
And then I go, so I'm not in debt anymore. The crowd whoops and laughs and screams. Andy smirks at them and they love it because it's obvious that he's not in debt debt, because he's making more at this one show than the average piece of shit makes in a year. And it's nice to have a lot of money, which I do, but it brings out the cockroaches out of the woodwork. My ex-wife begged me to marry her again, and I said, hell fucking no. I know why you're back. You had your chance. You don't get a fucking penny. A motherfucking penny. I just do it just like that. The audience laughs at this funny joke. But yeah, it really is nice to have millions of dollars. You can be Sheldon.
Oh,
we've got a policeman in the house tonight. Thank you for your service, officer. Andy salutes him. The crowd applauds with deep reverence for the police. Andy squints a little bit. Wait a second. It's Sheldon. Cop/inventor Sheldon Cooper. The crowd goes fucking wild. Just try to do a little bit of the wild part right there.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's great. All right, then you're gonna get a line.
Oh, I'm here to blow off some steam by seeing my favorite comic.
And then I go like this, I go, who? Brandon Waddell? And the crowd gets it. Andy smirks and the crowd goes nuclear. It's insane. It's not just a standing ovation, it's hysteria. People pour drinks on their faces to cool down from their huge reaction. A few fans have seizures. A section of the arena spontaneously builds a human period. Period? 2 people die. Fade to black. Wow. You like this?
I don't know what this is.
Some kid wrote this, so that's wild.
And it's about...
It's fan fiction. Yeah, it's based off of
It's like, is this after Big Bang Theory?
No. The Big Bang happened in 0. That's when it happened. This is now. Interior backstage hallways of the Staples Center. Andy walks off stage into the back hallways as the fans scream for an encore. A mob of at least 20 sexy women swarm around him. They speak over each other, all begging to do it with him. Then suddenly, between 2 of the sexy women, disgraced weasel Brandon Waddell pokes through.
Killing one of my betters is the only way I will ever become famous.
Brandon shoots Andy in the gut. The sexy women scream. Andy falls to the ground. Brandon's face sinks and he drops the gun.
What have I done? I'm so sorry. Andy, you didn't deserve this.
Sheldon rounds the corner and kills Brandon with one swift kick to the head. He gets a Medal of Valor from the NYPD for this later. Interior hospital room later. Andy lies in a hospital bed. Sheldon quietly does bicep curls against his ripped leg. Then Andy stirs. Why don't you mime bicep curls?
Me?
Yeah. You're Sheldon.
Do, like, which one is that?
Yeah, that's it. You had it. Okay. Andy lies in the hospital. Sheldon, okay. Are all the women who wanted to fuck me okay?
What a sweetie. To worry about them. Yes, all the sweeties are okay.
And what of Brandon?
He was killed when I knocked his block off with one swift kick. The NYPD gave me the Medal of Valor.
Heh, I always said Brandon was a blockhead. Sheldon laughs very hard. It's amazing that Andy is so witty so soon after waking up from a coma.
Listen, Andy, you become one of my best friends through all this.
He never left your side. That's a nurse. There's a nurse there now. Wow.
I'll cut right to the chase. I love being a genius with millions of dollars, and I know you do too, but I'm lonely.
Despite the endless tail and caviar, my life isn't perfect either.
So move in with me. Be my best friend and roommate. You can help me with ideas for what diseases to cure next. We can become a comedy duo, and you'll never be alone again.
And I sit up because, like, science is better now, and I'm better after the gun wound. I always wondered what kind of man you'd grow up to be. Nobody could have known for sure until it actually happened. I am so proud that my incisive and socially conscious comedy helped you become the brave, ripped policeman you are today. It's a yes. And let's do one of these. Okay. Sheldon begins to cry because he has regular emotions now because he cured Asperger's. Andy cries because he is always and has always been in touch with his feminine side, and because not only is he rich, but he is finally not alone in this fucking wasteland of a life called show business. Wow.
This was
That was exciting.
This was really good.
Thank you. I mean, the kid who wrote it says thank you. All right. Well, thanks so much for being a guest today.
I just feel weird. Like Brandon Waddell's really funny. Like why?
No, I know, but he doesn't watch anything besides like anime or something like that. So you do not have to worry about it.
All right.
He's A-okay. I bet he got paid like $1 billion to be like, it was lit, fam, on like a Converse fucking Snapchat. So he'll be okay.
Are you still going to get me the Lyft line home or?
Lyft line? Is that what the Uber pool is called for Lyft?
I don't know. What, like the pool, Uber pool?
How about I'll pay for the subway? Does the subway go to your house? I'll do the Lyft. It's cool. All right, but is this the camera? Is this my camera? I do want to take 1 second and say this is the end of our order. If you are still watching, this has been madness. Everybody that's actually tuned into the show, I really appreciate it. I've had so much fun making it, and I want to thank everybody that helped make it possible. First of all, I want to thank our guest, Richard Bain. This is serious now. You're my buddy. He's my buddy. We've known each other for a long time. But I want to say thank you to Sam Sawyer, Scott Moran, Lauren Bennett, Daniel Carroll, Rick Wood, Danielle Kramer, Brent Butler, Brett Kushner, Marissa Gallant, Chris Miller, Sam Saro, Brian Barczewski, Omar, I'm going to butcher your name, however you say his brother's last name. Garabe. I'm really sorry, Omar. Can you say it, Marissa? Can you say it, Chris?
I think it's
Gariba, okay. Alex Jacobs and everyone at Jash, thank you so much for giving me a chance to make this silly show. I want to thank all the guests that have been on the show so far, and especially everyone that watched. Thank you guys so much for being involved. We don't know when we're going to be back because the Young Sheldon got a 6-episode pickup originally, and now they're remaking the last part of that order, so it could be January, and it might be a little bit later into the spring. And I also really want to thank everybody that contributed to the Patreon. It was really helpful, and that money will go towards the people that help out with this show. So please tune in to my Twitter and things like that to see, and Jash as well, to see when we're going to have more episodes and support the other programs that Jash does. But thank you until next year. Yeah, fucking clap.